Hey guys, before we get into today's video, really quickly, I just wanted to say I'm going on tour this month. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be playing some awesome songs. I make music under the name Devil Image. You might know my song, One Whole Me, or Guessing Games, or You Tear Me Apart. Or maybe you don't know, maybe you don't know any of it. This is my first headline tour, well, co-headliner, and my second tour ever. My first tour I just went on earlier this year with Half Alive and Tested Violet, and it was just a blast. So, I mean, a lot to me if you came. Tickets are less than 20 bucks. The link is in my description, and I'd love to see you there. Guys, oh my God, this Burning Man stuff is insane. I cannot escape these videos coming from the festival, and my mind is just blown that people do this? I don't know. Like, listen, I am not a festival person. I'm really not. I don't have it in me. I've gone to 2 festivals my whole life, Made in America in Philadelphia and Primavera Sound in LA, and they were not the type of festivals that you camp at. It was you kind of like you go and then you go home and then come back. So the lens that I'm looking at it through is like very much biased in that sense. It's just not my thing. I'd rather just go to a concert for an artist I really like and just have that experience and then go home. So if you don't know what Burning Man is, it's like just this place where people all come together and build this big guy, and all these random guys just come and build this big guy and like set this guy on fire and dance around. From at least my understanding from what I've read about Burning Man, it's different from something like Coachella in the sense that it's not as, or at least it presents itself as not super like consumerist. I don't even know if that's the right word. Instead of charging you like 20 bucks for a pizza, $10 for a bottle of water, it's very much an economy built on bartering. Is from what I understand. Like the culture of Burning Man is you go and you trade stuff with people instead of having to go to like the food tent and buy a $50 cheesesteak. But it still costs hundreds of dollars to go. You could still spend, from what I saw, someone spent $20,000 on a yurt at Burning Man. And yeah, not looking good for that. So basically this year, from my understanding, again, I've never been to Burning Man, but from what I've read, Burning Man is in this desert in the middle of Nevada. It takes like 4 hours plus to even get in. There's one road in, one road out, 2 lanes, that's it. And this desert used to be a lake. So essentially it's a dried up lake, and the ground of this desert is not typical sand that you'd find in a desert. It's alkaline dust. So when it gets wet, it is a lot different than if sand gets wet. This turns into this like muddy slush, and it gets like caked on your feet. So if you want to get it off, you have to pour vinegar on it. And if you don't do that, and if you're just walking around barefoot, not taking proper care to get this crap off your feet, then you could really mess up your skin. Like, and it could take months and months to really recover from it. So apparently, normally around this time of year, rain does happen in Burning Man. But the difference between this year and past years is normally the rain kind of happens and then it stops. But this year, it kind of just didn't stop. It kind of just kept on raining and raining and raining. And now the desert is flooded. And people are walking around with their bare feet, guys. Oh God, it's like not good. It's not good. It sucks the moisture out of your feet when you walk on this stuff barefoot. It sucks all the moisture out of your feet, and it can take months and months of like a lot of lotion to really fix it.
No, seriously, what is this place?
This is heaven.
And this one's especially sad because when I was looking at all these TikToks, I couldn't help but wonder, well, what are the people that are working the event doing about this? What can they do about this? What housing are they provided on the desert? I know at least in Coachella, or at least from what I've read of a previous year, the people who work Coachella have to stay in tents. It's like a shared massive tent. So I'm wondering if it's a similar situation for the people who work Burning Man. And from the caption of this, unfortunately, and this is from last year, this isn't even from this year. This is from last year, which I didn't really hear anything about, but this year's just like a way higher level of insane. But someone said the poor folks on the crew in tents took a battering last night. So that's really sad. The fact that the people who are going to Burning Man and staying in these RVs that are thousands of dollars, $20,000 yurt, you know, their shit's getting flooded. The $20,000 yurt can't survive these storms. So when it comes to people who are working this event, I mean, if I can rack my brain around how a CEO of a multi-million-dollar festival would think, they're probably not too concerned about giving their workers the same quality of housing and hospitality that they're giving the people who are paying $20,000 for a yurt. So it really sucks. Guys, so I just looked it up, and I'm just learning about all this now, okay? Please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But now, from my understanding, employees, that's funny. Guys, they're volunteers. 10,000 people volunteer every year to set up Burning Man, to work Burning Man, and then to take it down. They don't pay you anything. I'm like, do they even give them anything either? I don't even think they give them the camping housing. I think people who work the event have to bring their own stuff. They don't give them anything. Huh? I actually talk about this more at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But I didn't realize that the people who are running this thing, I think they're also literally just volunteers. That is insane, guys. Come on. This is how you shower here. You get this bucket. It's like in this like little place. It's a little place. There's this little bucket with like vinegar water in it. Like that's what you shower with. That's the shower water. Like, oh, then she gets it in her mouth. Oh, like I don't get why rich people are doing this. Like you guys are rich. You know that, right? Like $20,000 on a yurt. You could go see Diplo like 10 times. You could go see all the people who are playing this event individually. That's the yurt. That's a $20,000 yurt. This is just a TikTok comment, so who knows if it's true. But someone said, those guys have AC in the desert on a generator. And then the person who made the video, who is at Burning Man, said $20,000 yurt. I'd hope it's air conditioned.
Hey, Monday afternoon of build week. Gates are closed.
Guys, this was August 21st. Today is September 4th. How long is this festival? People go here for weeks, it seems like. How can you do that? Like, do you just not have a job? Like, dude, are people going this whole time, or are they just going for like 1 or 2 weekends? And this is insane because say you go August 21st and all these storms are happening, you are kind of stuck there whether you like it or not until literally now. And even today, I saw videos today of people being like, oh, well, people were saying that we could leave today, but it rained again. Twice today, Monday, September 4th, already. So now everything that had just dried up is all wet again, and they have to wait even longer. But apparently this is the last storm, I guess, today, that is.
But also there's that 4-mile stretch of road that you would think is quick, but you cannot drive fast on that 4 miles. Like last year, Exodus, it took us 11 hours to...
This sounds awful. 11 hours to drive 4 miles out of the desert. 4 miles. And then you have to go home. You don't just, after the 4 miles, it's not just like, oh, okay, we're home. No, like some of these people travel across states to get to Burning Man. So it's like, I just can't fathom. How do people do this? How do you have the time and the patience? And the more I do look into Burning Man, the more I truly cannot help but be fascinated by the organizers of this event and how they've marketed this event. Because like I said earlier, it seems like it's not like Coachella in the sense that it's not presenting itself as sort of a consumerist, capitalist thing where they're trying to make all this money off of you, selling you like $20 waters, $50 cheesesteak, but it's more just like come to the desert and experience the music and the art and bring your own stuff. It's an economy based on bartering. When in reality, you go to the desert and they give you nothing. They don't give you really any resources. It seems like you get like a shower with vinegar in it, but you're responsible for bringing all your own food, all your own water. It is literally just a camping trip. You're paying so much money to go camp. It's really fascinating the way it presents itself as, yeah, you know, this is a festival about just an experience. It's the experience. Let's all come together and just barter with each other and get really close with our campers. But it's literally like you are paying thousands and thousands of dollars and they give you nothing. They give you flashing lights, Diplo, and trench foot. Also, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is all just off of my research. I have never been to Burning Man. But it also seems like a lot of these events that are happening, besides like the Diplo, is stuff that is being organized by the people who are going. Like the people who are going build this man and then burn him. Like the people who are going, you have to bring your own supplies, your own camping equipment. I think at Coachella, at least they give you that stuff if you're paying all that money, but you have to spend so much money to even get there, and then you have to bring all your own stuff. It's insane, dude. Just go camping. And also the whole sort of, you know, leave nothing behind, leave no trace thing. Dude, okay, now everyone has to clean up after themselves, which they should. If you're gonna make a mess in the desert and light stuff on fire, good, you should have to clean up after yourselves because you're just doing a bunch of unnecessary crap. But it's like, okay, now you have to do that. And also just like this sort of, oh yeah, like leave no trace, you have to clean up after yourself. Guys, no, but like that doesn't take away from how bad for the environment this event is. And I think the nail in the coffin of this whole thing, I saw a video on TikTok of, let me see if I can find it. I think this is truly so ironic that there was a protest at Burning Man on the only road that you can get in and out of because of how bad it is for the environment. And then the park rangers are plowing through the climate protesters. You know, they tried to warn you. They tried. Please don't set stuff on fire. Just don't go. Just you don't have to set stuff on fire. It's like, it's not good. It's not necessary. And all the comments are like, this is adorable. This is amazing. Awesome. This is great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Amazing. Guys, this is literally just like a protest to just be nicer to the environment. Like, and everyone's like, I love this. Yeah, the environment. I want to go set the man on fire. Guys, it's insane. Like, now I'm like, oh, maybe I should go on the website. Maybe I should actually, if I'm going to make a video about Burning Man, maybe I should visit their website. Turns out this whole time I'm thinking of Burning Man as a music festival, but it's not even a music festival. It's literally marketed as this experimental sort of metropolis city that sort of spawns every year. It's even in the mission page, it's like Burning Man is radically inclusive and its meaning is potentially accessible to anyone. But it's like you look at these videos from Burning Man and it's literally like a sea of white people with box braids and Native American headdress. And then at the end of it, it's like, we will always burn the man. As sort of like, are they trying to say, oh, like, stick it to the man, like, we hate the man. But it's like, there is a CEO of Burning Man. There is a person who's throwing this event and making millions of dollars off these people and then giving them nothing. Not even paying the people who make this event happen. It's all volunteer work. And then there's the other part of it. It's like, we want to fight exploitation. You know, we don't want any corporate sponsors. We don't want any of that stuff here. It's all about bartering. But it's also like, how is it not exploitative to sell tickets, 70,000 tickets to this event, and then the people who are coming to the event have to volunteer to build the city for months? Are any of them getting paid, or like, am I missing something? Please tell me if I'm missing something. But it said that 10,000 volunteers are coming together to make this happen. How is that not exploitative? You have the money to pay these people to build this city, but people are just doing it for free. So I guess it's like, well, I guess they're choosing to do it? Is this a cult? Is this... I don't want to... Am I a hater?
There's a Burning Man video going viral where this guy is essentially explaining the original burner spirit and how despite all of this flooding and being trapped in this lake bed in the middle of nowhere, they don't need outside help because burners are survivalist and resilient. But there's this one part of the video that had a lot of people raising their eyebrows.
Bury those negative thoughts in gratitude for your life because a couple people didn't make it last night. And know that we're all going to clean up this mess and get out of here.
So, of course, I sprained my ankle running to the comments section and someone said, didn't make it, people died. And he responded, generator electrocution.
Okay, also, one last thing I know. Like, oh, just why didn't you think to say this stuff when you were in the room with the stuff in it? Whatever. Listen, the one last thing I want to say is that I find it so fascinating how I'm watching all these videos of Burning Man and people be like, we're a family, we're resilient, we're going to get through this together, we're going to get through Burning Man together. And because we're a family and we stick together. And then the next video I see is like people throwing rocks at people who are trying to leave and like telling like, you're a piece of shit, like at people who are trying to leave, trying to escape Burning Man. And it's like, I don't... So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this Burning Man stuff. I'm truly just like in awe of how horrible this looks. I'd never really seen Burning Man before this year. I've heard of it, but I've never seen videos from it. I've seen Coachella, but I've never seen Burning Man. So seeing all this stuff is really just blowing my mind, totally blowing my gasket. I can't believe people spend so much money. It's just a scam. It seems like a massive scam. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe. I upload 3 times a week. It's really fun. We have fun. We talk crap over here. And if you haven't checked out my music, it would mean a lot to me if you did. I have a solo project named Dev Lemons. I also have a band with Queef Jerky. It's really fun and nice, and we have a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know what you think about all this crap, guys. And come see me on tour. I don't know, just talking. All right, guys. See you again in a couple days. Bye.